I mean, you knew that you didn't have to go through security, right? Private jets are not a flex. Here are some truths about the private aviation industry. The first thing is you can fly point to point. So long as the runway is long enough, you can draw a line on the map if that's your route, and we can accommodate. If you want to go from Ballina to Burnie because you've got family there or you're traveling on business, that is possible. Imagine trying to go from Ballina to Burnie via commercial. It's a drive to the Gold Coast and then maybe down to Hobart, somewhere down Tassie. It's an absolute nightmare. It's a day-long trip. You've worked your butt off. You've put yourself in a position to be able to afford private aviation. You can now fly from A to C without the BS. Then there's the on-demand component to it. Not only are you able to book a jet at short notice so long as one is available, but it's also not having to worry about curfews and schedules at most locations. Sydney, for example, we were able to take cardholders in recently at 11 p.m, well after the airlines had stopped flying. Places like the Gold Coast as well, the curfew doesn't apply to private jets. We were able to take some celebrities last month from the Gold Coast back to Sydney after running an event. It was about a midnight to 1 a.m. departure. You can't get that with the airlines unless they're running late. And would you believe it? You can skip the security lines. The walk from your car to the jet is all of 30 to 50 meters depending on the size of the lounge and the location of the car park. You literally walk into a small, quiet lounge. You're not sitting on the windowsill. You're not being delayed. You're not trying to fight a crowd of 100 people to find a seat in the business class lounge. You literally walk into this quiet lounge, grab a seat, and by the time you've sat down, your pilot's already coming to you to introduce himself and take you out to the aircraft. There is no waiting. There is no undressing in front of a crowd. You literally go from lounge to jet, wheels up in minutes. And finally, private jets just aren't reserved for CEOs. Stop thinking that private jets are a flex. We're in the light jet market. We don't condone two people taking a 14-seat jet from Melbourne to Sydney to flex. We're in the business of time travel. We're in the business of having a leader in agriculture going from Chinchilla down to Sydney for an investor meeting. We're all about a business owner in the finance industry going from Sunshine Coast to Hamilton Island without having to drag his young family all the way down to Brisbane, losing thousands of dollars in unused accommodation expenses and being able to arrive at the airport and touch down in Hamilton Island just 90 minutes later. That is what we're all about.